I don't know about you, but I know I am a master at creating suffering. Yeah. I have practiced it my whole life from birth, probably. Okay. I already know how to do that. Now, what I'm mastering is not creating more suffering, resolving the past, and living from my truest nature. Okay. One cause of suffering is spiritual ignorance, right? And I've been having this conversation across the board about for the last 2 weeks, but especially this last week. And the question I posed to you, I think it was last night, what are you? Not who are you, what are you? Because when we ask, who are you? It requires you to tell me a role or a function or an activity or a state of being that is in relation to other things in this time space reality. And so you're not always any of that. In fact, sometimes you stop being that. So that's not your truest self. Your truest self is not the parts of you that can change. You have a part of you that does not change. That is your truest self. And it is my desire to continue to align with that truest self as much as possible, right? So that's why I'm not asking who are you, because if I ask who are you, you're going to start giving me I'm a mother, I'm a black woman, I'm a this, I'm a that. But really, I am, period. And what does that mean? What are you is the question. Well, one of the hugest causes of suffering, human suffering, it is said, is spiritual ignorance, confusing the who with the what, mistaken identity. Okay, you think you're the things that you've been told you are, but when I say something is not real, this is what I mean. It's not universally true. If it's not universally true, then it is not real. It is part of the illusion, the collective illusion that we live in. And we call that being asleep. Okay. So once you awaken to this idea, you realize that most of the things that people have told you about yourself, the things that have caused pain within yourself, hey monster, it's not real. And therefore, it's not worth a lot of your energy. People's opinions are not real. The experience that you have of their opinions, right, are in your reality, but their opinion is not real. You can tell me that I'm a liar, and another person can tell me I'm very truthful and trustworthy. Which one is real? It depends on who you're talking to. Then we don't want to base our identity, our opinions, and the ways that we see ourselves on that. And it gets pretty deep. Let's say I say I'm a black woman. Okay, but then I don't do things that black people do, so then y'all talk about I'm gonna revoke her black card or something like that. So even that is not stable, right? There's levels of blackness apparently. What I'm saying is what we identify with needs to become the truest self, and not all of these labels, not all of these categories. Now y'all know me, I'm here for labels and categories because it helps us live together. Okay, it helps for me to tell you that I am non-binary so that you can shape your expectations according to whatever that means. So I'm here for communication, and I understand the importance of labels, but what I'm saying is beyond the label, what are you? Did you ponder on that last night? What am I? At my truest, deepest, most foundational being, what am I? And Mike Taylor. Okay? Because without that, you're going to create some suffering based upon your relationships with other people. They're going to say some stuff about you that you don't like. You're going to feel some kind of way. And you're going to carry it along with you into your future. Rather than experiencing it, bringing it into alignment with your truest nature, and then depositing it wherever it's going to be deposited so you can move on, right? Another cause of human suffering is clinging, it's grasping. Now, it's not that, and I said this in yoga this morning when I did a reading, it's not that we're not supposed to desire anything. Yeah, a being. And what is the nature of that being? It's not that we're not supposed to desire anything. It's not releasing desire. But it's releasing the idea of how the desire should come. That's the first thing. Okay, for example, you want companionship, but you think companionship is supposed to come like this, and this. Okay, for example, let me bring it home because I want someone to understand. You want companionship with the one, you want longevity, but you meet about 10 people who are not the one. So you want to get frustrated and mad because you haven't met the one yet, but the 10 that you met are delivering the energies you need for the one. But if you clinging and grasping, you giving up on dating, you giving up on love, you tired of people, and you say all these things that prevent you from creating experiences that you really want. Does that make sense? So we're trying to come away from this clinging and grasping to things that are not real, unstable, things that we don't understand. Does that make sense? Okay. Also, you cling when you think other people should be doing something other than what they're doing. You do a lot of clinging when you think that. And it's really a controlling energy. You want people to say what you want them to say, tell you what you want them to tell you. You don't want them to have no kind of reaction that you don't like. You think they should be doing something that they're not doing. You think they should have said something different. You think they should at least do this or that. You're doing a lot of clinging, and it causes suffering because guess what? The people don't be doing what you think they should be doing. That's why you fussing. And you're going to say it's them because of them, this, that, and the other thing. No, it's because of your clinging. You don't know how to release people and their behavior without attaching a judgment to it. You know what? There's some people who don't like me. Ashe. It's within their right not to like me. And they don't like some things about me. Ashe. It's within their right. And they should be choosing what they like and don't like, even if it's me. I don't think that I'm the gift to their world, okay? Because I'm not if they don't see it. I'm not saying I'm not a gift. I'm not a gift to their world, and that's okay. Why do I have to carry that chip on my shoulder? Well, I used to. I used to. I used to be like, well, they can't see, and one day they're gonna know. And sometimes they didn't know. And even sometimes when they did know, that didn't help me feel no better. I even got more resentful because now you want to come back around and see. You create a lot of suffering. Okay, so you got to allow people to live in their own reality because that's what they should be doing. That's universally true. Now, don't go and apply this to no abuse and stuff like that because I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about things that you just don't like. You don't like that they didn't call you. You don't like that they put a boundary. Release these people into the reality that they are creating, because when you put your attention, your desire, and impose your belief systems on other people, you become part of the problem. And not just the problem, your problem. So sometimes people ask, hey, Earth Journey, sometimes people ask, how do you maintain your level of peace? Because I learned this. If you're doing something I don't like, right, I'm going to admit that I don't like it. However, as much as possible, 98% of the time, I'm not going to turn that into a problem. I'm going to admit that I don't like it. It's within my right not to like it, and I'm going to do something about it. Either I'm going to stop looking at it, stop listening to it, stop holding it as important in my head. I'm going to downgrade the level of attention and investment I put in it, and I'm going to put my attention and emotional energy and the investment on something that I want. I'm not going to spend a lot of energy on something that I don't want unless it's helping me refine what I do want. That's the only time. I have learned that I am not a vessel of pain. I'm not a vessel of resentment. I'm not a vessel of bitterness. I'm not holding nothing in. I'm not suppressing nothing. I'm not creating it. You got to value your wellness over the way you've been perceiving people, the way you've been describing people, the way you've been telling your stories. Your emotional wellness has got to be of the paramount importance so you can stop creating pain. Right, he wanted to, and I honored that. I honored that, Michelle. But at the same time, I needed to honor myself. And myself was saying, I didn't want to be doing this anyway. Get in the shower, pour me my wine, sit down.